Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I've decided to film a girls talk because I asked on Instagram about, I don't know, maybe about 2 weeks now, what do people prefer to watch, girl talk or boy talk? And girl talk won by miles, which I was actually quite surprised at because I'm more of a boy talk kind of gal. Also a little hint of what my next video could involve because I'm wearing pink and I'm just feeling a bit thirsty. Hint hint. Put those fucking peace fingers down. For those of you who are interested, Beautyworks Waver, finally done it. It's still got that crink there, but I kind of what's it called, straightened it out, but my hair is greasy, so I need to try it with like fresh hair. I think this was my most responded to post I've ever done. I'm just going to dive straight in and answer some of these questions. First one is how to approach your crush again after FaceTiming and talking for a week. Love you too. Question here is why approach them again? Like, why have you stopped talking? Why has communication ended? Because if you're like in a talking stage with someone, you don't just like not reply unless you haven't replied, or unless they haven't replied to you. If you want to like reach out, then do like a react to their story, or hey, do you want to FaceTime again tonight? If you want to approach them again, just be subtle. And if you like try and approach them by like reacting to a story and they don't even like, or no, actually don't react to a story, that's dumb, because if a boy reacts to my story, I'm not gonna like then message him again, I'll just like it. Reply to their story for something that they can reply to, and then if they don't, they're not the one, boo. Which whitening strips do you use? I use the Mr. Blank whitening strips. You can get them from Boots or Superdrug or off Mr. Blank website. And when someone messaged me the other day, they were down to £16 on Boots for like 14 wears, or is it, yeah, 14 wears. Do you feel pressure to do eating challenges but also not gain weight? Yes, 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 and yes. And it's become even more harder since coming out of lockdown, because obviously you go and see your friends for like food and stuff, and I can't always include those in the videos, and obviously my videos, the type of videos I do are like full day videos, so yeah, I do feel pressure, hence why I'm doing a diet edition. But I just love filming them so much as well. Like if it was affecting me seriously, then I would just do one video. I'd go back to doing one video a week. Obviously I want to grow my channel fast, and obviously would love it to be my full-time job, so getting 3 videos out a week will allow me to continue to grow my channel at the rate it's growing. But I also do have a full-time job. I feel like these are more about me than girl talk right now. Tips on getting over a boy who has ghosted you out of the blue with no indication. I'm actually shit at this because I feel like all of these things are situational. If he's ghosted you, then obviously you've had a lucky escape, because he's like, oh no, because actually I've ghosted people. I was going to say you've had a lucky escape, they're obviously not a nice person, but awkward. If you've still got them on social media, then block them, delete their number so you can't like look at their WhatsApp pic, and move on to the next one. Any funny Tinder experiences? No. My ex? No, I'm joking. Joking. Not that I can think of, but if I do throw out, I'll come back to that question. How do you deal with fuckboys? I don't put up with them. I've had one, I don't know. Yeah, I would say he was, I feel like I'm pretty switched on when it comes to fuckboys, but I only knew this, okay, I'll tell you a story. So a few years ago, I think I was like 21, because it was before I got with my, so I must have been 20, and I think he may have been like 26, I don't even know. He was old. Well, I'm 27, but like bearing in mind I was 20, he was a new man at work, and I want to talk about this. Anyway, he was just a fucking tramp. He had a fiance. I found out he had a fiance. I found her Instagram because I typed his name into Twitter, and he had 2 Twitter accounts. So the one I was pending my request on didn't come up, the other one come up, and boom. straight link to his fiance's Instagram. He'd only proposed to her a few months before as well. So like, I don't understand. I really don't understand. Anyway, so I confronted him, I ended things, and then he worked his way around the office basically until he couldn't anymore. And then I think that's probably why he got a new job, because no one was interested in him because he was a tramp. That's the only experience I have. I just wouldn't put up with a fuckboy. No, goodbye darling. How do you deal with toxic friends? Do you have any toxic friends? No. I did have toxic friends, but they're not my friends anymore. I guess as you get older, like I feel like if you're in school, it's hard to get away from them, but you will get away from them after school. If you try, like, if you're in like a friendship group at school or at college and then you try and leave that friendship group, it can become really difficult on your own, because it, like, people stick in their friendship groups. And well, when I was at school anyway, if you left that friendship group, then, you know, I don't know who you would have gone to. So these friendship relationships stick together, and then when you leave school and you all go separate ways, you can finally be like, thank fuck, break free. So no. Any problems you experienced with tampons when you were younger? No, never experienced any issues with them. I think they're a godsend. So no. Any tips on passing your driving tests? Wish me luck. PS, love you. Thank you, love you too. You're asking the wrong girl. Yes, I've got a driver's license, but by the skin of my teeth. I honestly think he passed me because, basically I think he passed me because he felt sorry for me, because he asked me a question about having a boyfriend and I was going for a breakup at the time, so I nearly cried on my test. I think he passed me because he felt sorry for me. So my tips are, I failed 5 times. Just don't give up, because otherwise you'll lose it all. What makes you feel confident and sexy? You're such an inspiration. Thank you. Prosecco. I wouldn't say that I'm confident and sexy, so again, you're asking the wrong girl. Do you have lip filler? Yes, I do. I was actually supposed to get it done last week, but I thought I could probably hold off for another month, so I've moved it till next month. So you will see my lips look a bit more plump. I've been having my lips done for years now, and I get a top up about every 6 months, half a mil. I have had like full mils in the past, and to be fair, I do prefer that. But I do want to keep it natural. How do you stay positive about your body? It's amazing, by the way. I just struggle myself. I think somebody asked a question. When you lost the weight, how did you start loving your body? This is my biggest struggle. This is my biggest struggle. I honestly feel like I hate my body more now I've lost weight than I did before. And it's not because, like, I know I lost a lot of weight, but I don't have like excess skin and things like that. But I guess when you get closer to hitting the body you want, the more, I don't know, like, I can't look at my thighs. I hate my thighs. I hate them. So I speak to people about this. Who was it? Mrs. Hinch did a post about this, because she lost loads of weight too. And honestly, I don't believe it will ever change. So you need to start accepting your body as it is now, because I think even if you lost another stone or whatever, you would still not be happy with it. It's a hard one. I can't answer that because I need the answer. Do you want a baby at some point? I wouldn't be mad if I didn't. I used to be so broody when I was younger. My friends would be like, you'll have a baby first, I bet. And as I've got older, it just doesn't interest me as much. I don't know if it's because of the people that I've been with. Maybe I just didn't want babies with them. But I don't know. I wouldn't be mad if I was just like a fun aunt. Obviously, I'm still young. None of my friends have babies. I'm not around babies. So I guess, like, for example, if my best friend had a baby and I was always with a baby, then maybe I'd be more broody. What do you use to keep your skin clear? It is the La Roche-Posay Effaclar Duo. You can get it from Boots and most pharmacies, I think. It's amazing. I used to have really bad skin, and I used it twice a day, every day. And it took about a month, and then it started to clear my skin up, and then yeah, it really worked. And then when my skin was back to a place where I was happy with, I stopped using it. and then my skin started getting bad again. So I know it's that stuff, I swear by it. I recommend it to everyone, and I have just literally today, and I've used it once, and obviously I already look glowing. Joking. I will keep you guys updated, but I have got the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, £75 a pot, so it better fucking do magic. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated in normal videos. How do you deal with and stop comparing yourself and the way you look to other girls? I genuinely don't. Sometimes I'm like envious of other girls' thighs. But I would never be out and about thinking, why don't I look like that girl? Why does that girl look like that and I look like this? I never ever feel like that. I appreciate a girl who looks beautiful, but I would never be like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, I wish I was that pretty. Like, I'm me, and wishing that I'm somebody else is literally not gonna do, you're not gonna turn into that person if you wish hard enough. So appreciate somebody else's beauty, but what they have in one area you might have in another area. So they might be beautiful, but they might have a personality of a doornail. What even is a doornail? Don't compare yourself, because you're you, so what's that gonna do? I never like scroll through my thing and wish that I was somebody else. Sometimes I wish I was Olivia Buckland just so I could be married to Alex Bowen, but apart from that, nothing. You take the pill or the implant, blah blah blah. And have I had any side effects? So I take the pill, I take Lucet, I think it's called, and I have had no problems with that. I love this one. What to do if all of your friends are in relationships and you're the only single Pringle? Literally all of my friends are in relationships, apart from one. She's not in the same kind of circle, so you know when you like go out in groups. I don't know, it's a tricky one, because I feel like when you're single and you go out with your single friends, it's more fun. You can be more spontaneous, you can go to after parties, you can, if you want to meet a group of boys and then spend your night intertwining with this group of boys, it's easier when you're around single friends. But it doesn't bother me too much really. So what can you do? You can't get in a relationship because all your friends are in relationships, because that's not going to help. So you just, I don't know, split your friend and her boyfriend up. There's not much you can do, to be honest with you. So I don't know, is there girls at work that you can maybe start going to after work drinks with? When was my last relationship? Literally, we broke up last bank holiday. So near enough to the day, a year ago. Do you feel pressured to be in a relationship, either externally or from family and friends? No, not at all. I think when I went through my last breakup, we lived together. We were together for like 3 years. I thought that, you know, that was going to be the one. And then I was like single and I was 26 and I was moving back home, and I thought, oh my god, it's the end of the world. And like now I do not feel like that at all, and I definitely will not allow pressure or anyone else to make me feel like that I should be in a relationship. I would be in a relationship because I want to be in one. This lighting is trash. It's like grey outside, so I look like a horrid colour. What do you think about that? I'm not okay. So no, definitely do not be pressured. You will end up being with someone that you are not right with because you've just got on, fuck it, I want to be in a relationship because my friends and family think I should be, or whatever the reason. Do not feel pressure. Do what you want to do, and if it takes you 3 years, it takes you, if you're 28 and single and you still haven't met the right one, it's all going to happen for a reason. You're single because if you're in a relationship, then you might end up not meeting the one because you're in a relationship with the wrong one. So no, I don't feel pressure is the answer to that. Would you still be friends with someone who slept with their best friend's boyfriend? Absolutely not. Like, no. Because no, she's an out and out hoe. Under what circumstance would that be okay? I don't get it. No. And if she's gonna do it to somebody else, she'll do it to you. That is not a trustworthy person. I can't understand under any circumstances where that would happen. Would you still be friends with someone who slept with their best friend's boyfriend? No. Have highlighted the type of person they are, so you should run whilst you can. Sorry girls if any of you have done that, but I think that's hella trashy and I would never fucking do that. So what's the one thing that puts you off a guy when you're speaking to them, so when you're in the speaking stages? I think I've answered this before, things that put me off men. I think like not being a gentleman is like the #1 thing, especially if you're in the talking stage. If they're shit at replying. I wanted to wait ages for a reply. I'd get a courier to deliver my text, so no. And finally, if they don't make me laugh, like I cannot be dealing with some dead personality. Like, sorry guys, I keep being interrupted. God, I'm only like halfway through. When do you think it's the right time to shave? Now, I don't think there's a time in terms of age. I think it depends on like your hairs or how you feel about it. Like personally, if I had a daughter and she was like 12 and she had really dark hairs and she was really insecure about it, I would not send my daughter out the door knowing that she felt insecure about something because it's not the right age. Ladies, shaving, please, a couple of rules. Don't shave your arms, don't shave your top lip, and don't shave your upper thighs. Are you seeing someone at the moment? Maybe, maybe not. How to deal with breakups. Stay busy, cry it out as much as you can. Don't get anyone else involved. If you are not over an ex or you're going for a breakup, do not start going on Tinder or messaging boys or going on dates. Like, it's not fair. If you're not ready to move on, don't get other people involved. I know it may feel like if you're talking to other people, which it does help, but it wears off. The novelty wears off. And then you end up just prolonging the whole process. So yeah. And have fun. Have as much fucking fun as you can. How to make friends with other women as an adult. And literally another person asked next to it is, what's your tips for making new girl pals? And starting out at a new job specifically. I'm probably not the best person to ask for this. I'm not kind of like a new friend kind of girl. Like, I have my friends. I've had my friends for years, and I'm really not open to like meeting new people. I would suggest, if there's like a group of girls, choose which one you think you're gonna get along with the most, and then try and move to her. Do you know what I mean? See her going to make a tea in the kitchen, go and make one at the same time. Tell her you like her dress, tell her you like her hair, ask her what she did at the weekend. And then, you know, follow her on social media. What's the biggest lesson life has taught you? That things don't always go the way you planned. Like, the last year has taught me that. I think especially coronavirus. I'm gonna do it. Can you be friends with an ex? Now, I personally think it probably depends on how you broke up. I personally couldn't be friends with my exes, because I guess if you're in a relationship where you naturally like have just grown apart and you're not really that bothered if you're breaking up, you know it's not right or whatever, then you probably find it easier to be friends. But for me personally, I just couldn't be friends with my ex. I don't know, how could you not be around them and then not want to kiss them or not be the way you was with them when you was with them? So it's not fair for like anyone you're with in the future. Like, if I met a boy now and he introduced me to a girl and was like, oh, that's my ex, by the way, I'd be like, what the fuck? No, I don't want to hang around with you or your ex. I want you hanging around with your ex. I guess it totally depends on your age, the seriousness of the relationship. Me personally, no. Okay, I'm going to end it on this one. How to grow your confidence. I would always say, fake it until you make it. Which I know it sounds like there's times where I just can't be confident, even if I try. But I am getting much better at it. I was the most independent person you would ever met this time last year. I couldn't do anything on my own. Now I'm quite independent, and I actually think, oh, I'd rather go and do that on my own. Some days I wake up and I like can't do anything on my own. In a situation, just be like, right, I'm gonna be, fuck it, I'm gonna be confident. Boom, and then you are. Sorry that the lighting was bad. Sorry that I made no effort. Sorry that I had to stop halfway through numerous times, which you probably wouldn't have even noticed because I edit it anyway. Sorry about that, I was just interrupted again. So I'm just going to end this video here. I hope you liked it.